I name this engine. The men had been working on a new engine for a long time. What's his name? The other engines kept asking. We don't know, it's a secret, was always the reply. Everyone just calls him Number 7. At last, Peter Sam could contain himself no longer. He asked the Thing Controller. The Thing Controller smiled. Wouldn't you like to know? He teased. I do. What is it? Came a chorus of voices. But I'm not telling. You'll have to wait until the naming party. Ivo Hugh, the railway's chief engineer, was going to do the naming. Even he didn't know the engine's name. But Mr. Hugh, you must know what it is, protested Skarloey. I'm afraid not, laughed Mr. Hugh. The name won't be painted until the last minute. It must be a place or a person, said Sir Handel, to match us, he added. I think it's a place, decided Rheneas. But why is it a secret? The engines didn't know, but they thought Rheneas's idea was the best. On the great day, a special train was to pick up the Thing Controller, his guests, and Mr. Hugh and bring them to the bottom station for the ceremony. Skarloey, as the oldest engine, was going to pull it. The day was sunny. Katy and Lizzie came early to the shed. First they cleaned Skarloey, and then they polished Peter Sam. Skarloey whistled cheerfully as he went up the line, and by then all the other engines looked just as smart as he did. Skarloey passed the big house where the Thing Controller lived, and went as far as the middle station. There he ran round the train and pulled it back downhill. He stopped at the big house, and when the Thing Controller and his guests were on the train, he stopped again near the cottage where Mr. Hugh lived. Skarloey had just restarted, when with a squealing noise something dashed past his front wheels. He stopped quickly. What on earth? Demanded the fireman, jumping from the cab. In the long grass beside the line lay a large mother pig, and frisking around her were 7 pink piglets. Clearly Skarloey could go no further until they were safely caught. But they didn't want to be caught. Oh dear, fretted Skarloey. We're going to be late for the party, I know we are. The Thing Controller, Mr. Hugh, and even some of the guests joined the chase, until all the animals had been caught and put safely back into the field. At the bottom station a large crowd had gathered. All the engines except Skarloey were there. Number 7, with his name covered, simmered quietly. The minutes ticked by. The manager looked at his watch. Something must be wrong, Rheneas whispered to Duke. Skarloey should be here by now. Perhaps the Thing Controller wasn't ready, suggested Duncan, but was firmly hushed by the others. At last they heard a whistle in the distance. A little later Skarloey puffed thankfully into the station. I'm sorry we're late, Mr. Hugh said, but we've been pig chasing, and he told them about it. However, he went on, I'm here to name an engine. I don't know what it's called yet, so I shall have to read it to you. I therefore name this engine. He pulled away the curtain. Bless my soul! No, not that. It's Ivo Hugh. He turned to the Thing Controller. I am honoured, sir. Thank you, he said, and all the little engines whistled loudly in acclamation.